Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the University of Central Lancashire, I'm delighted to warmly welcome you to Preston Guild Hall and to this graduation ceremony. On this special day, we are here to proudly celebrate the achievements of our students from the College of Business, Law and Applied Social Studies. I now call upon the Pro-Chancellor, David Taylor, to give his welcome address.
Good afternoon. So let's start with some rules of engagement. Firstly, a little bit of enthusiasm, so I'll try that once again. Good afternoon. That's better. And secondly, I see an awful lot of serious faces in front of me. So the second rule is you've got to smile. This is one of the best days of your life. You're here to graduate. You're here with your parents and your friends who have supported you during your studies. So enjoy it. I'm lucky enough and indeed old enough to have enjoyed quite a number of proud days. I served on the board of the London Olympics, which was a fantastic thrill. So one of the proudest days in my life was to attend the opening ceremony. Another one, and most of my colleagues know I can get most conversations back to football. Another one was 2014 May at Wembley Stadium when my beloved P&E, Preston North End, were promoted back into the Championship in front of 70,000 fans. So they are a couple of really proud days, but they both pale into insignificance compared to my proudest day, certainly in the last decade or so. And that was in July 2009. And my son, Jack, graduated at this university. So I was here as a parent with my wife, Brenda, and our family So I was doing the bit that you're doing today. Little did I know that I would end up chairing the university at that stage. But the reason I mention that, apart from being very, very proud, is that Jack typifies really in many ways what this university is about. Jack was severely dyslexic and really struggled at school. Managed to get a place in an FE college, it's Runshaw as it happens, and then managed to get a place on the university degree course. Worked really hard with a lot of help and support dealing with his issues and graduated with an honours degree, and that put the Olympics and football and everything else into perspective, and that's really what this university is all about, so enjoy. You graduate in very uncertain times with a lot of things that are happening internationally. Hardly a week goes past at the moment, but there's not another surprise, political surprise or a shock. You may or may not be aware that the Italian Prime Minister resigned today, and the chances are that he will, this is true this, I'm not making it up, the chances are that he may be replaced by a girl called Pepe Grillo, who's a professional comedian. So it would look as if we're going to have a comedian on both sides of the Atlantic. Now, I just want to touch very briefly on the Brexit issue. Those of you that aren't aware, let me make you aware, and many will be aware, that we're a very, very international institution. We enjoy the benefit of international students coming to study here. We have campuses in China, in Cyprus, and teaching alliances all over the world. And the feedback we're getting is very, very depressing, and that is that there's a general impression now that foreign students or international students are not welcome here. And I just want to just make this statement and to reassure everyone in the room, and I hope you'll tell your families and your friends, that we will always welcome everyone to this university, regardless of ethnic origin, regardless of origin, religion, or social class. We are an open institution, and I think we are much better for the mix of the people that we have here. So students will always be welcome here, regardless of their background. And lastly, it's my great pleasure to welcome Ranvir Singh to our first graduation ceremony. Ranvir is just due to be appointed in January, technically or officially, as our new Chancellor. Ranvir was born in Preston. She studied journalism with us. She's an Honorary Fellow of the University and our new Chancellor. Now, Ranvir is a journalist of international repute, and I think she's going to be a huge, huge asset to this university. So I'd like you to join with me in welcoming Ranvir. So that's it from me. Please enjoy your day. Good luck in the uncertain world that you enter. You'll be better placed to win employment, having had the training you've had with us, I trust. And remember, keep smiling. Thank you.
I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Mike Thomas, to give his address.
Good afternoon, everybody. Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, and graduates. It's really good to recognise some of your faces here. I know in the last 3 years I've actually worked with some of you on various open days, so I express my thanks to you now as you graduate. It's really good to see you here. This is a day where we acknowledge and celebrate your achievements. So I ask those in the audience to forgive me if most of my words today are around our graduates. This is your day. I'm delighted that so many of you have been able to attend. I hope you enjoy the ceremony itself and the celebrations, which I know will continue afterwards with your families and your friends. It's customary for a Vice-Chancellor to use graduation as an opportunity to comment on economic affairs or politics, or to speak about the university in general. And as our Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Chair of our board, David Taylor, has just said, we live in an unprecedented political and social change and period in the United Kingdom, which has followed the upheaval of the 2008 financial crash. From 2010 onwards, the United Kingdom, Europe, and the rest of the world has struggled to bring back a sense of financial and economic security to our communities. Who amongst us would have thought in 2015 that within 18 months of the UK general election, we would have a change of leadership in the opposition parties, in fact, a change of leadership in the government, that England would vote to leave the European Union, and that the United States of America would vote for an idiosyncratic and individualistic, president-elect in Donald Trump. Europe has further elections coming up in France. We've just had the election yesterday in Austria. We've had the resignation today of the Italian Prime Minister, and we have more elections in Germany in 2017. And during this period, Britain will continue to have its Brexit discussions. We continue to have a huge military and civil chaos in Syria, which impacts on its surrounding nations, and Eastern European countries are beginning to gear up for spending on their defence capability. We've had to deal with migration issues and movement of people, which fuel feelings of job insecurities and fears for the economic strength of currencies. One would imagine that those in government would seek to strengthen Britain's chances of economic prosperity, and yet in the university sector, we face continuing difficulties in supporting global and international students to come and study in the UK. In total, every year, international students support 137,000 jobs in UK universities and bring in nearly £7 billion of income. In this city of Preston, our students in our university come from 82 different countries and spend £36 million a year in the city itself. Our global students not only spend money in the UK, but also bring in a depth of intellect, new perspectives, and perhaps a point that is often forgotten, the opportunities in their formative years to gain a world-class education in England. And when they return back to their home countries and develop their careers and move on to positions of authority and power and influence, they would have already established strong relationship with the British people. This life experience of British universities cannot be underestimated. There are many world leaders globally who gained their degrees in the UK and who look favourably towards the UK for new trade opportunities based on many things, but not least of which is their positive memories and attitudes towards this country. As Vice-Chancellor, I asked the current British Government Cabinet to seriously consider the lifting of the student migration figures so that universities can play their part in supporting our local economies and our global relationship as we begin to negotiate our way out of the European Union. 18 months ago, as I said, we were all probably saying these things were never going to happen, but they have. And so here we are in December 2016, looking out into the world, as our Pro-Chancellor said, that is uncertain. And the university and you, our graduates, have a place to part to reduce that uncertainty. The university plays an anchor and civic role. Its anchor role is to promote economic development and create jobs and help firms get bigger and stronger and ensure that the skills and expertise required for a developing economy are there in you, our graduates. Our research and development focuses on helping the economy and our communities. But we have an equally important civic role to uphold community cohesion, to promote and develop peaceful means of dealing with social issues, problems and difficulties. And we support music and the arts and food and our farming and agricultural community and tourism and so on to ensure that our communities have a sense of place and of engagement and of belonging here in Lancashire. And there are some certainties. One of them you know. You are graduates. You've worked hard for your degree, and you will find a place in the world that your university and your community, your friends and your families will provide. And we'll look to you to engage fully in developing your careers and supporting that community. There is a certainty that you will hold on to those beliefs and values that promote and support your communities. Never give up. You are graduates, so use your skills, observe, analyze, and devise new solutions to the things that life brings you. Seek to make a difference and get involved. We look to you to be the future leaders of our businesses, industries, and communities. So do good for others, for your locality, and for your society. And whatever you choose to do it to the best of your ability, and do it with enthusiasm and desire, and savor the fun and happiness when you experience them, and celebrate events like today for their sheer, simple joy. Continue to learn, exercise the intellect you have developed in university, and be ready to reinvent yourself as you go through life. And be ready when people ask you, inside and outside universities, why did you do your degree? What is the public interest in you studying for your degree? I would like to take the words of a chap called Bill Rammell, who's looked into this and looked at whether studying for a degree prepares you to ask the questions: what kind of society do we wish to be? What role should the universities have in fostering that good society? And how do you, as graduates, act as citizens? You would have accrued knowledge during your course of study, so you have more understanding where that knowledge can be appropriately applied. Rammell says that you will have an ethic of personal responsibility for and to your community, including the understanding of complex issues such as sustainability and intercultural perspectives. You will be critical in making your judgments about what is happening in our world. Your studies should have given you confidence so you can challenge and have an effect on the status quo by applying your intellect and skills. We look to you. You are our future hope. To participate in political processes and debates, in civic organisations and charitable work, to continue to volunteer, but also to lead businesses and commerce and to engage in economic debate and development. We have offered you a space to discuss ideas and pursue different views and perspectives, and to applaud, that's my notes, and to explore new ways of doing things and to apply various methodologies to seek solutions. There is more to your degree than a reductionist economic return. Take our values with you as you go on with your life. Be strong in your core beliefs, but do so with common sense, attention to detail, compassion, tolerance, and teamwork. Remember, the sum is always more than its parts. Gaining the awards you have earned today, and which we celebrate, is difficult. It must be so. Few things in life of genuine value are easy to gain, and success in higher education is far from easy. The university will demand dedication and intellectual endeavour and hard work from its students. And I'm sure that many of you here today, family, friends, colleagues, would have been called upon to provide a helping hand in that journey. And on behalf of the university and you, our students, I would like to thank all of you for the invaluable support and ask that our students join me in sharing our appreciation. To you, our students today who become graduates and postgraduates of this university, I extend my warmest congratulations on your achievements. You would have been taught by a dedicated group of academic staff, many of whom are international leaders in their field. All of them devote their professional lives to the teaching, learning, and development of you. You would have also been supported by many highly dedicated and professional staff members who have provided the services and infrastructure that have made your success possible. And once again, I would ask you, the students, and members of the audience to join me in applauding and thanking our university staff. In a few minutes, the names of our graduates will be called out, and we'll applaud and cheer and make as much noise as you want as you enter stage right as graduates. You'll cross the stage, you'll shake the hand of our new Chancellor and exit to the left as graduates. I know all of you in the audience will be as enthusiastic with your applause for our first graduate as you will be for our final graduate. We take great pride in your achievements. I'm confident you will go out into the world and bring out not only real social and economic benefit to yourselves, but also to those communities where you will live. We do indeed live in uncertain times, but there are certainties. You are a graduate. You have earned your degree. We do look to you to use your degree that you have earned to go on and improve the lives of others. And whatever you decide to do next, wherever in the world you find yourselves, you'll always be a member of this university. I hope at some stage you will return to your academic home. But for now, on behalf of everybody here, very well done, congratulations, and good luck for a happy and successful future.
Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Academic Board confers an Honorary Fellowship on James Cole. Louise Cogan, the University Orator, will deliver the citation.
Chancellor, James Cole, the founder and managing director of Chorley-based World Travel Holdings, once said that in business, very few things go to plan, but it's how you react to what's thrown at you that makes the difference. It's certainly been true of his own career, whether that was rewriting a 25,000-word MBA dissertation in just 2 weeks after he didn't initially achieve the result he wanted, or fighting against what he calls indescribably tough times during the recession. It's clear that James's resolve and determination has paid dividends. World Travel Holdings UK is now one of the largest and fastest growing multi-brand travel distributors in the UK, employing over 150 people. Graduating from UCLan in 1997 with an MBA in Business Administration and Management, James says he knew that if he applied himself in business, he could employ lots of people, have a great deal of fun, and help others at the same time. His first job post-university was as a pricing analyst for Air Tours UK, which later became My Travel plc. James shot up through the ranks, moving into a management position within 12 months at Air Tours' in-house cruise line, Sun Cruises. Over the next few years, he worked as part of the team to make the cruise line the UK's second biggest, behind P&O. In 2004, John Bloodworth became CEO of My Travel UK and James's mentor. But after James and John left the business in 2007, following a takeover by Thomas Cook, James decided the time was right to start his own venture. He asked John to be chairman, and with the help of his business partner, Mal Barrett, they launched their first brand, Cruise118.com. Just 10 weeks after Cruise118.com sold its first holiday, the country plunged into recession, and the tourism industry was one of the hardest hit. It was incredibly tough for James and his partner, who stopped paying themselves and face losing their homes and being declared bankrupt if the business failed. But their relentless approach to getting through these dark times paid off. The business not only survived, but is now one of the UK's largest sellers of cruise holidays, has 3 owned brands, and is 3-time winner of the Cruise Line International Association's Travel Agent Business of the Year. James was inducted into the Travel Industry's Hall of Fame as Young Entrepreneur of the Year in 2011. James has been working with UCLan for the past 4 years, delivers an internship scheme to tourism students, and regularly recruits our students to work for him over the summer. Last year, he worked with us to set up a graduate programme, recruiting 2 UCLan graduates to work for him on the scheme. He is also supporting one of his senior managers to complete our master's degree in tourism management this academic year. Outside of work, James has undertaken a variety of challenges to raise significant monies for charity and local good causes, including 4 marathons, a 260-mile bike ride, and many other fundraising events. Chancellor, on behalf of the Academic Board, it is with great pleasure that I present James Cole for the award of Honorary Fellow of the University of Central Lancashire. I'd now like to invite James to say a few words.
Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, what a great honour it is to receive this prestigious award. I was exceptionally surprised when I opened the envelope informing me that I was to become an Honorary Fellow of the University. On doing research, I was quickly humbled, noting the extensive list of previous recipients of the award. It doesn't seem 5 minutes since I was studying for my MBA at UCLan, so seeing you all here, receiving your degrees, brings back fond memories. Congratulations to you all on your, on your achievements. I wish you the very best in your careers ahead. With a degree behind you and the right attitude ahead of you, the only barrier in your way are those that you put down yourselves. Having a positive mental attitude each and every day will go a long way to maximising the opportunity you have in front of you. Let me explain using a 260-mile charity bike ride I completed as an example. The year before the ride, a mate of mine, Phil, asked me if I wanted to join him and around 10 others cycling from Manchester to Southampton in time for the launch of a new cruise ship. I said that sounded like fun and asked him to put my name down. Some months later, I turned up at Manchester Airport as planned to find out that there was just Phil and I doing the ride. It was at that point that I mentioned to Phil that I hadn't ridden a bike since I was 13 and I'd been too busy to do much training. Things didn't start off well. We turned the wrong way out of the airport and ended up cycling 4 miles in the wrong direction, and I fell off my bike 3 times in the first hour. So how on earth did I cycle 260 miles with little training? It was all down to having a positive mental attitude. I was raising money for kids with terminal illness, so every time I felt like stopping or starting to moan at myself because I was in pain, then I just thought of the kids at Derrien House and I cycled on, taking each mile at a time and focusing on turning those pedals through another revolution. It's amazing how hard you can push yourself with a positive mental attitude. Starting a business just before the world's deepest recession has meant that I've needed to have a positive mental attitude on a daily basis. Seemingly impossible tasks can be overcome if they are broken down into manageable chunks and thought through. But of course, you cannot do these things on your own, and without the help and support of colleagues, family and friends, I would not be stood here today. In particular, I would like to thank my parents for their unwavering support, and also to my wife Zoe, who is always there to support me. She's a wonderful wife and my best friend. Once again, many thanks to UCLan for the award, and good luck to all of you. Thank you.
Chancellor, the presentation of graduates and award holders will now take place.
Okay, Chancellor, on behalf of the Academic Board, I present those who have gained awards in the Centre for Excellence in Learning and Teaching. Master of Education in Professional Practice and Education, Lisa Adjei. Richard Mark Hallowell. Colette Patricia Kerwin. Yvonne Whiteley. Angela Marie Wilton. The Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Education and Training, Luke Samuel Sprout. Postgraduate Certificate in Teaching and Learning in Higher Education, Claire Ashworth. Karen Buckley. Go on, Karen Buckley. Craig Laverick. The Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Education and Professional Studies, Stephen Robert Adamson, sorry. Muish Gulam. Tracy Fiona Melling. And the Certificate in Education, Education and Training, Louise Giovannini. Andrew Keith Jones. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards from the Centre for Excellence in Learning and Teaching.
Chancellor, on behalf of the Academic Board, I present those who have gained awards in the Lancashire Law School. For a thesis entitled Car Chase TV, the Legitimisation of Police Work, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to James Dean. Master of Laws, with the School Certificate of Achievement in Family Law, Farheen Adam. Ifalawua Adedeji. Amar Asghar. Ruxar Asif. Terry Begley. With the School Certificate of Achievement in Immigration Law, Sarah Louise Carroll. Ranyayaro Ashley Chavert. Hannah Clarkson. With the School Certificate of Achievement in the Private Client in the Law, Sarah Nicole Corbridge. With the School Prize for Meritorious Performance and the School Certificate of Achievement in Professional Conduct and Regulation, Gemma Eastham. Adam Fawcett. James Freeman. Sophie Gardner. Lorna Hopper. Hamira Matluwala. Kathleen Miller. Hamza Mustafa. Sally Umbecken. Zuleika Norgat. Uchi Jawan Abaye. Ahmed Patel. Maria Shaban. Adil Tarara. With the Slater and Gordon Prize for Commercial Acuity and the School Certificate of Achievement in Intellectual Property Law, Bavisha Devechki Vakaria. Elizabeth Kirsty Yates. Master of Laws in Employment Law, Faraz Sadiq Ben Said. Master of Laws in Forensic and Legal Medicine, Uchi Bonaventure Agucha. Master of Laws in International Business Law, Nazneen Asmal. Tintswalo Flynn. Amanda Jane McEwen. Joe Schumacher. Master of Laws in Legal Practice, Zahir Barber. Oliver Nathan Banks. Gabrielle Chapman. Lisa Davis. With the School Certificate of Achievement in Commercial Insolvency Law, Bolly Alexandra Dutton. Naida Farouk. Gillian Hindle. Ella Amer Kawaja. With the School Certificate of Achievement in Commercial Property, Fergus Kohler. Helen Grace Livesey. Gemma Nelson. With the Fletcher's Solicitors Prize for Contentious Practice, Jasmine Oakes. Mairead Platt. Roshni Fatima Falibai. Postgraduate Diploma in Legal Practice, Rakaya Ahmed. Saida Farida Akhtar. With the School Certificate of Achievement in Business Law and Practice, the School Certificate of Achievement in Property Law and Practice, the School Prize for Meritorious Performance, and the Backhouse Jones Prize for Outstanding Achievement, Yasin Haji. Jenna K. Hogan. Ashley Horn. David Anthony Hughes. Amar Iqbal. Kieran Iqbal. Tiffany Laura Lewis. Shauna Louise Pill. With the Backhouse Jones Prize for Outstanding Achievement in Employment Law and the School Certificate of Achievement in Employment Law, Josie Oyston Smith. Mujahid Wahab. Kieran Zulfikar. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Criminology and Criminal Justice, Ryan Blackburn. Anna Olivia Cottam. Bachelor of Laws with Honours, Zabeen Akhtar. Courtney Barrett Cardwell. Mary Ann Faye Chamberlain. Farahar Chowdhury. Venetia Douglas. Esther Balanli and Kandayo. Damon Ellis. Shazia Fazal. Moish Nawaz. Bachelor of Laws, Laura Barry. Bachelor of Laws with Honours in Law with Criminology, Matthew Birkinshaw. Graduate Diploma in Law, Common Professional Examination, Moshai Ariel Abel. Benjamin Dawson. Amanda Marie Howfield. With the School Prize for Outstanding Achievement on the Part-Time Graduate Diploma in Law, Donna Hazel Malkin. Palvina Vladimirova Hunt. Florcy Orest. Catriona Jane Parker. Tessin Rana. With the School Prize for Outstanding Achievement on the full-time Graduate Diploma in Law, Megan Patricia Shaw. Anisha Tabasam. Jenna Lee Taylor. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards from the Lancashire Law School. Chancellor, on behalf of the Academic Board, I present those who have gained awards in the School of Business. For a thesis entitled Forward-Looking Information Disclosures, Earnings Management Practices and CEO's Personal Characteristics, the Case of Jordan, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to Rateb Mohammed Hamed Al-Khateen. For a thesis entitled Framework for Managing First-Party Fraud in E-Tailing, a case study of the UK retail sector, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to Chioma Vivian Amatsiatsu. For a thesis entitled Methods of Community Engagement Between Oil Multinational Companies and Communities in the Nigerian Niger Delta region, a critical analysis of the activities of ENI SPAR, Total SA and RD Shell, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to Nadozi Isidore. For a thesis entitled Managerial Perception of the Impact of Corporate Social Responsibility on Corporate Branding in Indian Agribusiness Firms, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to Anup Raj. Master of Arts in Accounting and Finance, Lubna Ali. India Savannah Havery. Leah Maria Kerr. Zaid Satya. Mode Misbahardin Saudagar. Mohammed Usman. Master of Arts in Marketing and Public Relations, Roberta Jane Fryer. Master of Business Administration, Donna Clark. Master of Science in Finance and Investment, Shi Chen. Andrew William Hussey. Huyen Tram Nguyen. Zapu Song. Master of Science in Finance and Management, Esther Amatoya Adjitni. Grace Uloma Azabuki. Tai Yu Chen. Danny Day. Levi Deco. Xu Guan. Feng Hu. Yang Lui. Uchena Bagiwa Umatsala. Kun Tong. Hao Yun Yan. Chen Zhang. Master of Science in International Applied Communication, Babajide Adebayo Adams. Tali Jalabert. Master of Science in International Business and Management, Matthew. Oh. Master of Science in International Business and Management, Matthew Box. Quangbing Chen. Shamwen Chen. With the MSc International Business and Management Prize, Student of the Year, Jade Maxine Kane. Scott McHenry. With the School Prize for Best Dissertation, Pearlie Matthew. Isaac Obeng. Deborah Rukefwe Ufamala. Hai Quan Shu. Shui Zhao. Master of Science in Marketing Management, Aliyah Mohammed Ahmed Al-Ajali. Zhen Cheng. Tan Chao Jun Dang. Stephen Greaves. Leah Lepetit. Caroline May Tapley. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Accounting, Waleed Ahmed. Afraz Hussain. Akib McCann. Hamza Patel. Samir Patel. William Rushworth. Raheem Saeed. Adil Saeed. Karimoko Turi. Fazina Sahor. Bachelor of Arts in Accounting, Edwell Misa. Bachelor of Arts in Accounting and Business, Hamza Hussain. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Accounting and Finance, Yume Kay. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Accounting and Financial Studies, Fahim Hussain. Aziminusa Shuhadin Raj. Dirin Vigala. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Business Administration, Vicky Kamakama. Siti Hawa Saiful Faisal. Isaac Arnold Smith. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Business and Marketing, Shakil Musa. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Business Information Systems, Safraz Ali. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Combined Studies, Grace Grady Matadi. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in International Business, Hang Wan. Farah Abra. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Marketing Management, Ian Matheson. Elliot Rumford. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Economics, Jonathan Harlow. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards from the School of Business.
Chancellor, on behalf of the Academic Board, I present those who have gained honours and awards in the School of Management. Master of Arts in Human Resource Management, Charlotte Moxham. Master of Arts in International Tourism, Hospitality and Event Management, Yuan Li. Master of Business Administration, Nin Mui Young. Andrea Ruth Gardner. Stephen Peter Marshall. Master of Science in Business Management, Rachel Louise Corbett. Jenna Louise Everard. Pranita Rajendra Gosavi. Victoria Lee. Postgraduate Certificate in Business Management, Zhonghua Chen. Master of Science in Human Resource Management, Yiking Chen. Master of Science in International Festivals and Event Management, Danielle Forsyth. Rhiannon Shaw. Master of Science in International Hospitality and Event Management, Ji Ji. Jia Wenjiang. Shuang Liang. Biling Lin. Ying Zhang. Nankang Zhu. No? We got right. Master of Science in International Hospitality and Tourism Management, Nina Alexander Essel. We've got a bit mixed up here. Where are we up to? Joanna. Oh, sorry. Right. With the school prize for the most outstanding student in the Division of Tourism, Hospitality and Management, Joanna Kipps. Yu Lee. Gloria Obenali. Ling Yan Sun. Pakjira Suthisatibut. Lin Jiru. Stu Kwanya. Master of Science in International Tourism Management, Sidudule Manikala. Master of Science in Logistics and Supply Chain Management, Gabrielle Amor. Akan Bolaji Surami. Chugxiang Wu. Master of Science in Oil and Gas Operations Management, Radia Ahmed Al-Rahimi. Duen bin Zain. Emmanuel Tosin Olasinamoye. Postgraduate Diploma in Human Resource Management, Sarah Rebecca Christopherson. Lisa Holt. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Business and Management, Yasir Baki. Thelma Rainford. Okay. Foundation degree in Arts in Spa Management, Rachel Platt. Master of Science in International Hospitality and Event Management, Beiling Lin. Ying Zhang. Ning Kang Zhu. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards from the School of Management.
Chancellor, the presentations are completed. I now call on Hannah Mason, Media Officer from the Students' Union at the University of Central Lancashire, to respond on behalf of those awarded today.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what? You've all done it. And it is my honour to stand here and speak on behalf of students on your special day. I would like to congratulate you all on this amazing achievement. University is more than the assignments and the exams. It is more than the price paid to better your future. And it is more than a piece of paper at the end of it. because university is a truly unforgettable experience. The people you've met and the experiences you have created are what makes each of your journeys to graduation unique and special. For most of you, studying was only one part of university life, and whether you were a course rep, joined a sports team, or even just moved away from home, it has all contributed to the graduate that you are today. Each one of you will have shared a different path to get here today, but what's special is that you all end up in the same room, crossing the same stage and graduating together. As graduates of the University of Central Lancashire, each of you strengthen UCLan's worldwide alumni network. And today's award is a landmark in both your personal and your professional development, which is a hard-earned stepping stone to the future of your success. The real world may seem like a scary place, and right now it might feel like you're in limbo. But it's time to aim high, grab all of those opportunities and accept a challenge, because that degree you hold in your hands today is really just your learner's permit for the rest of the drive through life. Just remember, you don't have to be smarter than the next person. All you have to do is be willing to work harder, because let me tell you something that you already know. Nothing worth having comes easy. Having graduated in 2015, I can reassure that what lies ahead for you all is nerve-wracking, exciting, and yes, it's definitely a little bit scary. But you've got this far, and the only way is up. Treasure your time spent at UCLan, take forward the experiences, and cherish the memories. Finally, hold your heads up high and be extremely proud of yourselves. What an achievement you all now have. Last but not least, I would like to thank the parents, siblings, friends and partners that have joined you here today and supported you throughout your UCLan journey. And let's not forget all of the lecturers and university staff whose dedication has helped you to succeed. UCLan class of 2016, I wish you all the best of luck for the future. Now go and celebrate, because you truly deserve it. Congratulations and thank you.
It's now my very great pleasure to introduce the University of Central Lancashire Chamber Choir. The members of the University Chamber Choir are all students of music theatre within the School of Journalism, Media and Performance, where Mark Goggins is both course leader and choir director. The university is extremely proud of the growing reputation and success of the Chamber Choir. In recent years, the Chamber Choir has won national competitions, including the BBC Radio 3 Adult Choir of the Year. The choir has also performed on BBC One, BBC 4, and on BBC Radio 3. The Chamber Choir has a well-established annual tour of the southwest of France and has sung at overseas venues, including at partner institutions in Shanghai. As well as performing at important university occasions, the choir also sings at civic and fundraising events within Preston and beyond. In July, more than 60 alumni members of the choir returned to Preston to join the current students to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Chamber Choir with a concert at St John's Minster in Preston. This afternoon, the Chamber Choir will sing May It Be by Enya.
When the night is almost dark, you may rise to find the sun. All ye who believe, and you will find your way. Morning, a promise lives within you now. A promise lives within
Today is, of course, a day of great celebration for everyone here, and we need to celebrate it in an appropriate way. Friends and family, there's a good photo opportunity coming up, so you might want to get your cameras at the ready. Could I please ask all the graduates to stand and take off your mortarboards? I know that this will be a great relief to many of you, as I've seen how precariously some of them have been balancing on your heads. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to wave your mortarboard in the air, but please don't let go of it, and please don't hit the person next to you. So on a count of 3, I want you to wave your mortarboards in the air, and at the same time, I want everyone else to cheer 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Thank you all for that. If you could please sit down. I'm now delighted to invite the university's Chancellor, Ranvir Singh, to say a few words.
So that's what I like about this university, when health and safety say don't throw it, and then the pro-chancellor says just chuck it. That, you know you're in the right place. So good stuff. Now listen, I know it's really warm in here and you all want to get on, so I'm just going to make this quick. What a privilege it has been for me to be with you today. You are my first, I shall let you know. My first ceremony as Chancellor. And you know, I realise today actually how envious I really am of all of you sitting here, because it's only when you will look back, and you will do that in a few years' time, that you will see today as the start of a brand new chapter in your life. It is exciting, it is thrilling, and yes, a little daunting, of course. But I know from my own personal experience that when you leave UCLan with a qualification, you will make your mark in the world. And when you're working out there in your industry in the next few years, you will be impossible to ignore. Because what the ethos of UCLan is above all else is to be your stepping stone into the future and to build you up from this day forward to be the best you can be in your working life. We here, everybody here on this stage today, we want you to go out there and lead. We want you to be thoughtful, to be constructive, and to be creative. And you will be. There is no doubt in my mind. Because if you want it, you can have it. When I began work in BBC Radio, as soon as I left my postgrad here, it was such a smooth transition because I was so well prepared for the realities of working life. I was ready to work hard, and so far it seems to be paying off. Above all else, I sincerely hope that you are truly passionate about what you are about to pursue, because I'll tell you now that when you have a passion for what you do, it will never feel like real work. You will feel so energized, so naturally focused that at the end of the day, you'll be tired but happy. And if something went wrong, if you had a bad day, you'll be determined to do something differently or to do something better the next day. And I hope that your time here at UCLan has armed you more than anything else with an inner sense of confidence. And when you combine that with the skills you've learnt, you will look on your decision to study here as one of the best decisions you made, because I know that that's how I feel about coming here too. So from all of us here, many, many congratulations, good luck, and for all of us here, we want you to shine your light as bright as you can. Thank you.
Please may I ask you all to stand now for the national anthem. Please be seated. We will continue to celebrate the success of today's graduates at the university's Foster Building. Gowns can be left at the Foster Building after the event. The platform party will now leave the stage and form a celebratory guard of honour. We are going to conclude the ceremony with a final opportunity to applaud the success of today's graduates. Graduates, you will shortly be processing out of the hall. A university usher will prompt your row when you need to stand up. Please make sure you take all of your belongings with you. Guests, please may I ask that you all remain seated until the platform party has left the hall. You will be able to rejoin your graduate downstairs. Thank you.